And here he is in the flex. The take. So much hype. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter lands. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. No rest for the weary. Just misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering. And there's the bell to start round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Catch and shoot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. That uppercut does not score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, on to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Jab misses. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Well done with that counter shot. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Can they figure out the combination to this set?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Good counter punch. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like it. And there's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. There's a counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You believe what we are mercy. Good counter punching. They both want the knockout. Can't find a home for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And there's the bell for round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You'd like to see more jabs. Can't find a home with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How about that time counter shot? You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford. the bell for round 8. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he scores with the counter. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And he just missed with that left jab. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Teddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch, counter punch. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that's it.